Bored, frustrated, sad, lonely, gameless. This is the state that I found myself in when I stumbled into the Steam store. Shadowlands doesn't come out for God knows how long, and the hype amongst my friends for Tarkov and Warzone was waning, so I ventured out into the world to find myself something to play. They say you should never go grocery shopping hungry, and in the same vein, you should never go Steam shopping gameless. However, sometimes it does mean that you stumble upon a little gem. So today, we're going to be discussing a little game called Noita. Have you ever wanted to be a magical wizard? To find and make wands that could do anything your heart desired? Fantastical things like throw a bomb, throw some rocks, and even throw a black hole, a hungering void that eats everything in its path. Maybe walk around sad and alone in a mine all by yourself, and don't worry about those red eyes. It's gonna be fine. Also, don't be fooled by these monstrosities. We'll talk about those later. We've all played roguelikes. Roguelites? We've all played them before, and if you haven't, well then... I guess I'll explain it to you. Basically, in a game like Noita, you suck. You suck really bad. And that may sound harsh, but you're never worse than you are at the very beginning of a match of any roguelike game. And if you don't want to suck anymore, well then, you remember that mine? We talked about it just a few seconds ago. The one where the main activities were being sad and alone. That's the option that we're talking about here. And you're gonna need to take that little magic stick and those floppy robes and head down into that mine. And I said don't worry about the glowing eyes. If you see off in the darkness something that glows a purplish, sort of pinkish color, well then you found yourself a flask. Whether or not this is good news, however, can vary pretty extremely from case to case. It could mean that you found yourself a nice flask of whiskey. Wait, what is this? Are you telling me that I'm... Yep, now you're either drunk or you're on fire. Congratulations. Maybe you've stumbled upon some polymorphium, and you can spray it on your enemy to make them turn into something that's entirely useless. But let's be honest here, you're probably going to get it on yourself. And then it's you. It is you who is entirely useless. Now, I know that I'm not talking these flasks up very well, but I promise you there are good options out there as well. You kids like performance-enhancing drugs? Because you may have just stumbled upon a flask of berserkium. Berserkium can be ingested, or it can be rubbed on and absorbed through the skin. Side effects include getting yoked, having really angry faces fly out of you, and doing double damage to anything unfortunate enough to cross your path. If at any point while taking berserkium you find yourself literally blinded with rage, please stop taking it immediately. Call your doctor if angry faces fly out of you for more than 4 hours. Now, these flasks aren't your only escape from suckitude either. If the glowing that you see in the cold and lonely depths of the mine is golden in color, well that means that you've just found... Nope, wait, a wand. You found a wand. Wands come in all shapes and sizes, and just like the flasks, they vary in usefulness. Exhibit A. Other wands. You see, each wand has a different internal setup. They can have a different amount of slots, they can have different permanent effects, and it varies whether it will shoot everything that you've set up in those slots in order, or sometimes the wand will decide that you're not its real dad, Terry. Alright, you're just its stepdad, and it can shoot whatever the hell it wants, whenever the hell it wants. You see, in Noita, you decide what your wand does by equipping these various slots with different spells that you can learn or buy. And you can buy these different spells when you enter the Holy Mountain! Long story short, at the end of each level, you're gonna find a bunch of golden bricks with a big purple portal in the middle, and that will take you to the Holy Mountain! It's in this, the holiest of rooms, where you can grab a few items that will help you on your journey. You can grab this heart that heals you to full health, and you can grab this other little thing that will replenish any spells that have a limited number of uses. Did I mention that health in this game is super important? Because it is. It's literally, there's no way really to heal yourself outside of this heart in the game. Like there's a few of them, but they're pretty useless, or they take a long time. Just don't forget the heart. Really don't forget the heart. You see this number? Simple enough. It means that you can only do that spell that amount of times. And every single time you come into the Holy... You get it. Every time you come in here, you're going to get a health heart and you're going to get a thing to refill your spells. This is also the only place in the whole game, unless you get the Edit Wands Anywhere perk, but shh, baby, we'll talk about perks in a second, where you can customize your wands and edit the slots and the spells that are in them. There are certain spells that are only modifiers, things like burning trails, water trails, I think there are acid trails, there's acid clouds, there's stuff that sets the shot out of your wand on fire. If you put these things in a wand by itself, well, it's pretty much useless. But if, for example, you put some of this stuff in with, like, I don't know, some saws, well, then the magical result is... So frankly, go nuts. But understand, and understand well, that some of your combinations are going to result in... Either way, inside this room there will either be wands or spells to buy. And yes, for anyone curious, you can just jack the spells out of the wands that you buy as long as you're still in this room, and throw those spells into whatever wand you're using. Once you're done customizing this wand to your heart's content, you can take a little trip down this ramp to find all of the perks. But pray that your journey down this ramp does not lead you straight into the waiting arms of this man. I'm not going to tell you why. That's for you to find out. If you do make it to the bottom of the ramp safely, then you can choose from 3 different perks. See, I told you we'd get here. And those will give you an effect that will last you the rest of the game. Some of them are crazy helpful. Like this one that stops projectiles from getting too close to you. They fly at you and then you just whoop, they just the other direction. They physically cannot get too close to you. I mean, something could happen, because the other effect on this is that if they do hit you, they do like double damage. But in my experience, they just don't. I don't know how you get hit when you got this on. I really don't. I don't think that I ever have. Or I haven't noticed if that has happened. Or this little shield that tries its absolute best to help you out when everything in the mine is running a train on you. Some are less outwardly helpful. Like there's one that can just make you kick stuff way further. But hey, you know, that could be useful. Just use your damn imagination. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, you can kick stuff. So far, most of these are just like the most basic things that you need to know to at least play the game. I don't claim in any way to be great or even good at this game. These are just the different things that I've painfully picked up along the way. I've really only gotten to like the 5th or 6th level because this game ramps up pretty hard. But also, seriously though, if anybody knows how to kill the mobs that have shields around them, please let me know. I have not figured it out. I mean, I really think that I'm holding myself back by using the flaming saws all the time, but I mean, come on. And finally, the last thing I wanted to touch on in this game were the different creatures that you're going to be experiencing. And no, I am not going to go through every single little thing about them because honestly, who has the time? But I also don't want to take those experiences from you. If you're going to play the game, just play the game. Crazy shit is going to happen to you, and I don't want you to be more prepared for those things, because frankly, that's just not as fun. So instead of anything in depth, we'll just have a nice short overview. I had briefly mentioned this little fucker. All I have to say is, do not underestimate them, alright? You can go about playing a few games, thinking you're hot shit, and one of these tiny little men can definitely slam your ass all the way back down to earth. And I really wasn't sure if I was the only one who felt this way as far as people who have played this game, but then I found this picture, so I'm pretty sure that I'm not. Within the wide world of Noita, you'll experience all kinds of creatures, like man with gun, man with other gun, man with... Wait, is he on fire? Oh my god, what is that guy doing? Oh, holy shit, what is that? Oh god, what's coming out of it? Oh, thank god. A nice, peaceful jungle. Oh, Jesus Christ! Like I said, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about each creature, but at the end of the day, if anything that I've said about this game interests you at all, then just go check it out and play it for yourself, because I promise you, I have just barely scratched the surface with this game. I mean, if you spend any amount of time with it at all, you will definitely run into stuff that I didn't talk about, or probably haven't even seen at all. You could say that it's because I'm not very good at this game, and you would be rude. But also right. Either way, I'll leave you with a small montage of me getting my ass kicked, and I'll see you next time. Toodaloo. Ugh. I'm sorry. I promise I'll figure out what to say at the end of my videos at some point. Ow. Ow. Everything's... What the hell is that thing? No, this is it, dude. I am not ready for all this. There's too much going on in here. Oh, let's just gonna keep doing that. There's too much going on in here. Holy shit. That level's a nightmare. Every level is just more of a nightmare than the last level. Nothing gets better. It never gets better. Oh. It never gets better. And I didn't mean to do that at all. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. What kind of fresh hell? Please let me move. What the... Why? 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 This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in this game. I don't... There's... No. Can we... I don't have words. Oh dear God. Killed myself with fire. Fantastic. Oh. Is that oil? Oh, okay. Nothing matters. We all die someday. A wasp in here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, he's... Oh, don't come over here. Oh, really don't come over here. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop the recording.